This is awkward occurrence, awkward entertainment. So I'm quickly going to get into a Summer Wells update, which is not really an update. So I'm quickly going to talk about Summer Wells' case. The only new news was posted a few days ago, which states the reward fund has reached a little over $74,000. The people in charge of collecting the reward fund said if by March 2023, 2022, if by March, if no one comes forward with information leading to Summer Wells, that money will go to a child advocacy group. That's where that money will go. March. So you people got into March to collect 74 grand and lead authorities to Summer Wells. All right. I'm talking to the bounty hunters. Now let's continue. There's been more melodrama in this case. Just more melodrama, more small characters in this movie coming out to talk on social media. It gives more people views. It keeps Summer name on YouTube, I guess. It doesn't keep her name on national news circuit. It keeps her name on the national news YouTube circuit, and that's about it. She's nowhere on TV to be found as we speak. So let's look at some news, some YouTube news about Summer Wells. Could Summer Wells have fell down a mine? Now, I don't know where in Tennessee you will find a mine, but the theory is Summer Wells went walking by herself or she was walking with her parents and she fell through a hole in the ground. She got stuck in that hole in the ground. And she is now dead because she's been down in that hole in the ground for over 5 months. She starved to death. She dehydrated. Nothing but a decaying body down in that hole. Could this be true? No, I don't believe it at all. I don't believe it at all. So police, all the searching they have done, they haven't come across any mines in the ground, sent some type of video drone whatsoever down to that mine, down into that mine, and discover someone's body. Is that why? Is that why they can't find her? Because she's underground in a mine. I mean, no one else has stepped inside of a mine. I haven't seen any reports. I haven't seen any reports of search teams finding mines or almost stepping inside of mines and getting trapped. I haven't seen any reports of that. All right. So is that where this movie is headed? I doubt. Let's continue. Next one is David Dotson. So this is just more characters in the movie coming out to speak on social media to their buddies on social media. This is all this is. All this is. 2 days ago, this received 6K views. Not too many views because Summer Wells is not popular on TV. She's not getting too much exposure on TV, so people aren't going to get too many views. You're going to get the same 2 to 8,000 people watching your videos. The same 2 to 8,000 people that was watching 2 months ago, or the same 2 to 8,000 people that's watching today. This states, just David Dotson's daughter speaks out about Summer Wells. I believe his daughter spoke out a little over a month ago about her father's innocence, about his marriage. So this is just more character work. More character work. And did Candus Bly put Summer into a septic tank? Did Candus Bly put Summer into a septic tank? What do I have to say about this? Well, no. Did she? Won't you guys think the police would have looked in the septic tanks already and found her body? Why would she put her daughter in there? because she was mad her daughter got more attention, or her daughter had. Okay, if Summer Wells had an accident, I'm pretty sure Candus Bly would have called the police, reported it. It would have been over. She wouldn't hide Summer having an accident just to save her two kids, or her other three boys. She wouldn't do that. Just to save them from being taken from her because she would be deemed an irresponsible parent. Why do I say that? Because the boys are already out of the house. But Child Protective Services have the boys anyway. So in this story, why would she cover up an accident just to save her other kids from being taken from her? Because they've already been taken. Like, they've been taken anyway, so that's not a accident. A cover-up accident is not what happened in this story. That's what I'm saying. Did she put Summer down a septic tank because she killed Summer because she was jealous of Summer's attention from the dead? I don't believe that to be true either. I don't believe that to be true either. Reason why I don't believe that to be true is because Candus Bly once took out a protection order against Donald Wells. So if anything, Donald Wells is more of an aggressor than Candus Bly is. I'm not saying Donald Wells is an aggressor towards his kids. I'm just saying he's more of an aggressor in this story, towards Candus Bly. Anyway, towards Candus Bly. A septic tank, that goes back to Chris Watts. The movie of Chris Watts putting his kids inside of tanks, killing them, all that goofy stuff, that goofy movie. Right, let's continue. No, she didn't put him in a septic tank because she didn't put the girl in the septic tank because the girl would have been found by now. I believe Summer Wells was abducted. It's going to come out she was abducted. It's somebody they knew, or a stranger. More than likely somebody they knew. They didn't see the person abduct her. Everybody's going to look stupid. We're not going to get an explanation as to why Candus and Donald Wells came on YouTube and told lies. We're not going to get an explanation for the hostess. Oh, Donald got arrested. Oh, Summer Wells' body was found on a neighbor's property. Whatever. Oh, footprints, this, that, the third. Whatever hoax Donald Wells and Candus Bly has pulled on the public, the YouTube public, we're not going to get an explanation for that. I saw somebody say it's possible Candus Bly was misinformed about what was found on her neighbor's property. That's why she told some YouTuber that her daughter's body was found on her neighbor's property in a pond. Because Candus Bly has an IQ of 4. So she can't understand what police are telling her. She thought they said, we found your daughter's body. So she went back and told people on YouTube that sorry excuse that Miss Bly is misinformed. So she goes around on YouTube giving misinformation because she's so mentally incompetent, she can't understand what police tell her. Yeah, don't believe that. Yeah. So this movie continues on. I'm pretty sure it's going to end. She was abducted by someone that's not Donald and Candus Bly. She wasn't sold into sex trafficking. It's going to end in an abduction. Let's continue. If we ever get to that point, by that I mean, if this doesn't go into a cold case, and 10 years later we find out she was abducted. 10 years later, hopefully it doesn't take 10 years, because nobody's going to be making videos about this case for 10 years. If anything, this case is going to be solved this year. All right. All right.
Which said hi over Ben Hill Road. The night Summer went missing, the neighbor swears that she and...
Now, in that video with the heart, Summer Wells doesn't look like a normal child. She doesn't act to me like a normal child. And she seems like a child who's somewhat oppressed, somewhat abused. That's what she seems like to me. That is what she seems like to me. Now, is she being abused by her mom or her dad in this story? Well, I don't believe so. But in real life, I think she's somewhat oppressed, somewhat abused, somewhat ritual abuse, ritually oppressed. That's what I believe. That's what her eyes tell me. That's what Summer Wells' eyes tells me in that little short video. When she had the book and she was telling someone thank you for the book, then she looks at the camera and you could look at her soul and you could see that something's wrong. Something's off about that child.
Her two children heard a scream shortly before they joined the school. Summer Wells.
It's there, but you want to forget.
On the watch and hypervigilant. That's how Jody Sue Brown was the very day Summer Wells went missing.
There's no TV, no noise at all.
Jody
A few moments later.
Sue was in her cabin with her teenage kids, 19 and 14, waiting for anything.
We were kind of happy.
Alright, I'm not going to get too much into that video. That's the interview Jody Sue gave. She was letting people look at her property. She stated she saw a truck or a car go down Donald Wells' driveway that same day. And a little later, she hears Candus screaming. All right. The speculation that Jody Sue committed any crime is just speculation. That speculation comes from whomsoever runs the news circuit in this movie, in this now crappy movie that I no longer report on. Now crappy. It's very crappy. It's too drawn out. It's too drawn out. All right, now this was a Photoshop photo of what Summer Wells could look like. And so it looked like they took a younger photo of Summers. They took her head and they cropped it on Michael Jackson's son's body. That's what it looks like. That's what Blanky. I don't know one of his sons named Blanky. That's not really Michael Jackson kids. Michael Jackson can't have white kids, so that's his adopted kids or whoever kids he taken care of. He ended up taking care of before he died. A black man can't have white kids like that. You better believe that. Anyway, this photo, of course, we know it's fake. This photo is not even accurate of how Summer Wells will look 5 months later. Does this look like Summer Wells will grow a foot taller, 2 foot taller in 5 months and still have a baby face? And her hair wouldn't be that long in 5 months. And just 5 months, it looks like her. She's supposed to have a buzz cut, right? Somewhat of a buzz cut. Somewhat maybe a couple meters long. Her hair a couple meters long. That hair is over 12 inches long. It looks like hair doesn't grow 12 inches in 5 months. Okay? So that was the dumbest photo I ever seen of a recreation of how a child will look 5 months later. 5 months later, she's supposed to look like that with missing teeth, like she still got her baby teeth. Like, this is ridiculous. I just wanted to comment on that photo. It was so ridiculous. She looks nothing like that 5 months later. It's only been 5 months. If anything, she grew a couple centimeters and her hair grew a couple centimeters. That's it. She doesn't have hair that flows in the air. Her hair is not 12 inches long, okay? It takes, I don't care if you put honey, super grow in your hair. It's not going to grow 12 inches in 5 months. Okay? All right. Anything else? No. No new news in the Summer Wells case. The reward fund is at $74,000. She should be found this year. This case should be over by March or before March 2022. Anything else? Nothing else. This has been Awkward Occurrence for Awkward Entertainment, and I will see you in the next video.